Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Today is March 17th, 2026. Happy St. Patty's Day. And the time is 3 p.m. And I will call this meeting to order. And if you would all please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Commissioner Coker, do you have any amendments to or changes that you'd like to make to the agenda?
No, I do not.
And I do not either. So I will entertain a motion from you to approve the agenda.
I move that we approve the agenda for our BOC meeting.
And I second. Okay. Let's move forward to public comments, and I didn't receive any public comment cards. However, our new emergency director is present, GT, and I know he wants to make a quick comment regarding the slide up Pistol River that just happened yesterday, and he'll provide us with an update.
Great, thank you.
Can you step over by the microphone, please? Thank you.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name's GT Yock. I'm emergency manager for Curry County. Just want to give you a quick update. I went out and did a site visit for the North Bank Pistol River landslide. Just wanted to let you know the crews out there are working so hard. It's amazing what work they've already done to try to clear that road and get that cleared up as soon as possible to get some access. That slide remains very active. As I was out there, was still material and rocks coming down from that slope. Very treacherous work for those folks out there, but they're going to hopefully, they seem very positive about trying to have at least one lane open. I would caution folks to stay away from that area if they don't need to be there. The local folks that live just on the other side of that slide, just know the crews are working as hard as they can to get that open for you. They will not be working at night. And the reason for that is because they need to be able to see the movement of the rock on the higher elevations because it still has a lot of movement. So for their safety, it's very dangerous for them to do that work at night. I know that can cause some frustration, but just bear with those folks out there. The roadway was severely damaged underneath. They will have that patched up and then some paving down the road. Still remain some large boulders out there that are going to need to be broken apart and removed to get the entire roadway clear, but you should see them out there for the next several days. Other than that, just be cautious. Mother Nature is always going to win out. It's just a natural occurrence. Stay alert. Keep an eye on everything because you just never know when those steep inclines can give way while you're out recreating or living in the region. Other than that, that's all I have.
Great, thank you very much.
Did you indicate, GT, did you indicate when we'd have the next briefing?
I plan to give you an update tomorrow. I've sent one out probably within the last 2 hours.
Yes.
So I'll check in with the roads department this evening just to see how they made out. If there are any changes and milestones met, I'll be sure to push that out this evening.
Very cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And I have no other public comments. Any commissioner comments?
No, I want to make some comments on the consent agenda, but that's fine. We're good.
Okay, and I don't have any commissioner comments. So the stuff we'll do under the commissioner update section. And as far as consent agenda.
Yes. So a couple of things, or at least one of the things I wanted to highlight here had to do with the agreement between the Juvenile Department and ODOT relative to the litter patrol. This is a really significant undertaking on the part of our Juvenile Department. So what we're able to do is we have captured a couple of years ago a really nice sized grant in order to employ youth that are involved in our juvenile processes and give them work during the drier seasons. And the Juvenile Department has done just an excellent job of getting those young adults engaged in productive work on behalf of the county. But equally important, they're not just nice people in our juvenile department, but they're also good thinkers. They've been able to get this grant and manage it. It's going to come into about $285,000 that they've been able to get for us. And in Curry County, $285,000 over a few years, that's a lot of money. And I'm really glad that they are doing that. The other thing is I wanted to pull up, we've got the appointment for the Mountain Drive. That's on page 11, Pat. We have a great example of what it takes in order to be a neighbor in Curry County. And I wanted to, and I didn't tell this person I was going to highlight them or anything, but Doris Alsop, she is reapplying for a Mountain Drive Special District Board membership. And this is an example of what makes Curry County work. We've got 42 plus special districts in Curry County, and it's made up of volunteers just like this. And here you have somebody that knows enough, some would say knows better than to re-up for one of these assignments, these volunteer assignments. But if you read her application, she's very experienced with what's going on there. She's an asset to that neighborhood. She has expertise and longevity. She has a common memory relative to the area and brings that to the park. And I just think it's an incredible example of what keeps our county together. And I'm so appreciative when people step up to those volunteer board roles. So that was my feedback.
Thank you. I had some similar comments regarding the juvenile and ODOT contract, but I think you pretty much nailed that with your comments. So if you don't have any other discussions regarding the consent and you're ready to move forward approving the consent agenda, I will
Entertain a motion?
entertain a motion.
I move that we approve the consent agenda, item number 5 as is.
And I second. Okay. We will move on to item number 6, which is our public hearing. And, okay, my mistake. I will call the question regarding the consent agenda for approval. Commissioner Coker.
Do you want me to restate the?
Nope, just
Oh,
say yes, sir.
aye.
And myself, yes as well.
Okay.
So motion passes. Item number 6, the public hearing regarding the sale of real property to a private party. And I have a script I have to follow here, or else Natasha will come back in here and scold me. So, okay. This public hearing is to consider the private sale of a tax foreclosed property located at tax lot T as in Tom, 33, S as in Sam, R as in Robert, 15W, S as in Sam, 01, T as in Tom, L as in Lima, 0199. Do I have a motion to open the hearing?
I so move.
And I second. The hearing is now open at 3:10 p.m. Do we have any public comments and or offers for this property? Yes.
I made an offer.
Please come up here.
My name is Robert Weber. I live at 94819 Elk River Road. And this property is adjoining my property, and I own an easement over 30 feet. This is the northern 15 feet that got foreclosed by the county because of conveyance issues that had arisen over the years. And that's how you acquired it. My driveway is on it, and it continues down towards Elk River until it hits where the coastal meridian crosses, and it ends. So it's a road to nowhere. 15 feet wide. It just happens to have my driveway on it.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you. From my understanding, this has been something that's kind of been worked on over the past 6 months or a year. I want to say just getting to this point. So thank you for staying on it, and hopefully we can bring it to closure.
Sure, just for clarification purposes, I'm looking at the lots that are on either side of the easement. Lot 102 or lot 200, do you know what your lot number is? Are you closest to the river or are you furthest from the river?
Well, we're north of the easement.
Okay, and I don't have a directional arrow on this, so I'll just bring this right here. For reference, you're 102.
102. Yeah, it's, some of those numbers have been changed over the years.
Thank you for the background. Appreciate it.
Okay. I'm getting note here too that I know you said you made an offer. Let's see, but we need to have a number offer from you.
Yeah, I told whoever I was talking to that I would pay $2,500 for that strip, which is the county's assessed value.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Now we'll make a motion on that.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's see. Any other comments or anybody else here that has any questions, update? Okay. Okay, so with none being said, we're going to close the hearing. So the hearing is now closed at 3:13 p.m. and we will discuss the offer, which the offer was $2,500, which was something that's been discussed previous as well. So I have no issues with that. Do you have any issues, Lynn?
No, I'm looking to see if in the package, I don't recall seeing the offer in the package, so I'm just,
There was a verbal offer
Okay,
to whoever
I
I
just
was
wanted to make sure.
talking to, so there is no writing.
Yeah, so with his verbal offer here today, we can make motion to accept that verbal offer.
okay. And then I'm also looking at in the motion here, if we have his name anywhere in the motion, or in the what we're going to be approving here.
Yeah, and can you provide your name? Sorry, Robert. Again.
His name is Robert. Last name is Weber, Webber. In terms of
Okay.
the offer would include my wife, who I would want on the deed.
Sure, and your wife's name?
Suzanne, Suzanne.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
And her last name is Weber as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I don't have anything to discuss further regarding this.
Okay.
Do you, Lynn? And
No, I'm excited about seeing this get settled. It's been a while.
okay, would you like to make the motion off
Sure.
of the hearing script?
Okay.
We could fill in the blanks and we'll approve it.
I present a motion to accept the offer from Robert and Suzanne Weber in the amount of $2,500 for the sale of tax lot T as in Tom, 33S as in Sam, R as in Roger, 15W SO1, T as in Tom, LO199.
And I will second that motion. And then the call for the question, Commissioner Coker?
Aye.
And I myself. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and congratulations. It's a neat addition to your property. Yay.
Well, we've always had the easement.
Yeah.
So we use it all the time, but.
Now it's yours.
Thank you, guys.
Where do I go to pay?
We'll get with Natasha and Rabia, and we'll get it squared away with them.
Okay, so not right now.
Not right now. We can discuss further after the meeting too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Discussion action items. Item A is a resolution proclaiming March as Red Cross Month. Awesome, and we have two ladies here. If you guys would like to please come up and tell us a little bit about Red Cross and March being its special month.
It is. It's a very special month.
So please start with your names and what you guys do. And
My name is Karen Johnson Desgenais,
I'm Liz Colco.
and I've been a Red Cross volunteer for 25 years. My mom was Red Cross. My grandmother was Red Cross. So I love Red Cross because it's a family, and we're able to go out there and help people at the worst of times and be there to help with the best of times, get smoke alarms installed, be there for the armed forces. We do blood donations that fuel hospitals all over the country. We have wonderful apps. We've got a first aid app that anything that's going on, you can touch it, and these are all free apps. And then we have a pet first aid one, and the one that I really love is our emergency app. The emergency app first of all, you can put friends and family all over the country in it. So if they're experiencing something, you'll know about it. It also tells you how to prepare for that particular disaster. If it happens, it'll tell you where the closest shelter is. And probably the most wonderful thing besides that is that you can mark that you're safe, or your family can mark that you're safe. So you've got this communication going as long as we've got the apps. So Liz does a lot with logistics. Oh, we do shelters too, of course.
yeah,
Get anything?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Well, Liz is, I'm really excited to say, she's our divisional logistic chair for our region. And our region is all of Oregon and part of Southwest Washington.
wow.
And
I've been with the Red Cross for 7 years. I work mainly all of the fires that happen here in Oregon, a lot in California, some in Washington. I've been on over 35 disaster operations throughout the United States. I do supply and procurement and transportation. Like you said, I move things around, I'm logistics, but whenever there's a call for a shelter to be opened here in Gold Beach or Brookings, I'm usually the person who gets the call to, Liz, we need a shelter open. So I go and I get things going
Awesome.
to serve the community.
we
Awesome.
have 3 trailers in Red Cross trailers that each can have 50-man cots in them with supplies. And so Liz is really instrumental in making sure those trailers get there so we can open a shelter.
Yep.
And should I just mention a little about Thunderbolt?
You can.
Yeah, or why don't you? You know more about it than I do.
Oh, not very much. We are going to be having an exercise in April where the whole region is being tasked with opening a certain amount of shelters on a very short notice, and we're going to be graded on this. It's a national grading system on how fast we can respond and how many people we can have at the shelter, because we have to have a set amount of people to open shelter. You know, we have to have supervisors and the workers and all this. So we're having an exercise coming up here in April to grade us, and I believe that we have 3 shelters that we're going to have to be opening in Curry County on almost a moment's notice. So it's going to be taxing. We're trying to get all of our ducks in a row, and it'll be a challenge because of the lack of volunteers that we have in Curry County.
Of course. So I do have a question relative to the assessment you were making, or the inventory you were making of some of the gear that you have, and it's really impressive. You talked about 3 trailers. What do you use for your tractors? What?
Tractors? That has been a subject of contention lately because the Red Cross no longer wants us pulling the trailers with our personal vehicles. for insurance liability
Sure.
reasons. So I have been trying to work out ways to get these moved. Now, in the past, we have used some of the city or county resources to move those for us, but therein they need to be aware that there is a financial responsibility for that trailer if you were to have an accident with it. So we may be trying to work out some memorandums of understanding with the counties and the cities. For instance, here in Gold Beach, when I open a shelter, my trailer is across the street in the maintenance yard. We either go to the Baptist church, we go to the event center, we go to the high school, or Riley Creek Elementary. So we're not talking about great distances. I have had to pull it to Port Orford on one occasion a couple of years ago when we opened a shelter there. But that is something we're working very hard on at this point, to be able to find ways to get our trailers moved.
So I want to encourage you to bring closure to the open question about the tractoring of these. See if we can't figure out a way to put problem resolution in front of the board, maybe in 4 or 5 weeks, and see if we can't get this off the table and make certain that you've got what you need when the event happens.
That would be wonderful.
Okay, I'd like to see that.
And we've got a wonderful gentleman new to the Curry County in the room too, that, I'm sure you guys are very familiar with GT, and so this would be a great conversation too that we can.
Would love to work with you on that.
Yeah.
Well, and I have
Great.
to say that GT is a wonderful, good person,
Yeah.
wonderful, experienced person to be our county emergency manager, and I'm looking forward to working really closely with him.
We agree. Thank you. Yeah. Do you have any?
Nope, I'm ready to rock and roll.
Well, I'd actually like to read the resolution proclaiming March 2026 as Red Cross Month. Whereas in March we celebrate American Red Cross Month by honoring our neighbors who make its humanitarian mission possible in the Cascades region, including Oregon and Southwest Washington. Every day, their acts of kindness change lives, bringing relief, comfort, and hope when help can't wait. This compassionate spirit runs deep in our community, just as it has for 145 years through the American Cross. And whereas in 2025 alone, they provided relief and recovery to over 900 households. They collected over 166,000 units of blood. They supported over 5,000 service members through their service to the Armed Forces program. They also trained over 50,000 people in CPR, first aid, babysitting, and water safety. And whereas today, those who serve with the Red Cross Cascades region light the way during emergencies, whether it's delivering shelter, food and comfort after disasters, providing a safe, life-saving blood supply for patients facing conditions like cancer treatments, childbirth complications, and traumatic injuries, assisting military members, veterans, and their families with 24/7 global support, or empowering individuals with skills like first aid and CPR that save lives. And whereas these collective efforts are a powerful reminder that the strength of our community lies in our shared commitment to one another. As we mark Red Cross Month, let's celebrate our local heroes and resolve to continue lifting each other up so no one faces an emergency alone. Now, therefore, the Curry County Board of Commissioners hereby proclaim March 2026 as Red Cross Month. Do I have a motion for this resolution?
I do. I propose that we accept this motion to declare and proclaim that March 2026 as Red Cross Month.
And I second that motion. And we'll call the question. Commissioner Coker?
Aye.
And I as well. Motion passes.
Thank you for your devotion. Thank you for your partnership.
Thank you both very much. We appreciate everything that you do, and we look forward to always continuing our relationship with you.
Just want to put a plug in.
Please.
We're doing a blood drive in April, the third week in April. On the Wednesday, it'll be at the library, in Gold Beach, and Monday and Tuesday it'll be at Star of the Sea in Brookings, and then Thursday it'll be at the Brookings Library. So keep that in mind. And then also in the spring we do it all year round, but the actual promotion of it, Sound the Alarm, is where people could call and say they need an alarm. And we have shaker bed alarms too, so people are hard of hearing. And I'll be doing some trainings in the next month, and afterwards too, but to get people in the community to be aware of that. And hopefully we'll either get a partnership with one of the fire departments, or maybe with you, or
Sure.
someone. So thank you very much on behalf of our region.
Thank you both. Thank you for coming.
Can we get a picture?
Oh, of course.
Yes, let's knock that out real quick.
Do you want me to take it to the three of you?
Oh, no, of you guys. This is their glory. Right, cheese.
Cheese.
You.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, pleasure.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Congrats. Well deserved. Thank you.
I'm due to re-up my CPR and first aid certification at the end of this year, so
You got some good help.
always do it through Red Cross.
We'll be looking for you.
That's right.
We're working on getting those set up, the first aid CPR.
Perfect. I will be looking for that. Okay, item B is the 4th of July fireworks down in Harbor. So Economic Development Department works with a group of citizens each year to raise funds for the annual 4th of July fireworks display held down in Harbor at the port. And anyways, I've had a chance to review this. I know they do this every year, and I don't have any issues with this at all. And if you have any discussion about it.
No, it was an excellent package.
Yep.
They're a known entity, it's a known product. We know we're going to want to do it. They do a
Yep.
fine job.
Yep.
Let's just get it over with.
I agree. And I will entertain a motion for this as well.
Okay,
We just need to approve the Western Display Fireworks contract.
so I move that we approve the Western Display Fireworks proposal for our 4th of July fireworks display in Brookings 2026.
And I second that. Let's call for the question, Commissioner Cooker.
Aye.
And I as well. Motion passes. Okay. Item C is a letter of support for the Performing Arts Center in Del Norte County. And if I remember correctly, it might have been a year ago or a little bit more than a year ago, the gentleman who runs this down in Del Norte County came and did a little presentation for us regarding, I think it was their future building or future expansion that they wanted to do down there to accommodate more seating, be able to provide more of an event venue, as well as being able to obtain more instruments for more students and performers to come in to be able to use. And and it's great because they want to be able to incorporate Curry County into a lot of what they do as well and provide their services to our schools and our other students and community members. And so anyways, I just think that's great, and I'm happy to sign this letter of support for them as well. And I could read the letter. I'll read our support letter out loud, and just so everyone is familiar. The Curry County Board of Commissioners is pleased to provide a letter of support for the Partnership for the Performing Arts to bring a performing arts center to Del Norte County. This project has the potential to be a significant and all-inclusive benefit for the entire Wild Rivers coast. With no proper indoor concert venue between Arcata, California and Florence, Oregon, the center would serve the students, nonprofit arts groups, and communities at large in Curry and Del Norte counties. With seating for 800, the center will have the capacity to attract national artists, touring groups, and conference opportunities, becoming an economic driver for the hospitality industry. Entertainment, cultural enrichment, and educational outreach will flourish in an area where many residents cannot afford to travel outside of the region. We embrace the well-documented research showing that students participating in the performing arts, music in particular, demonstrate higher academic success, score 15% above average on SAT tests, and are more likely to attend college or university. For all of these reasons, the Curry County Board of Commissioners is pleased to provide its letter of support for this project. I am totally in favor of this, and love to see this event center come to life.
As a qualifying question on behalf of our community here, by supporting the effort to get this wonderful center up and going and bringing the kind of benefits that it can, what if any financial commitment has the county made already, or by this act, what are we taking on? Any financial commitment so far?
No.
Okay.
Not taking on any. I want to say, if I remember correctly, when he did his presentation, a lot of the funding will be through donors and through grants. But from my knowledge, no funding has been asked of the county regarding this project.
Like you, I'm really impressed with the plans that they've offered, and I'm very excited about the opportunity to say, yes, go forth and do this. We would support you.
Absolutely. If you build it, they will come.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. And they build it and they perform. It is going to help our students.
Absolutely. So I will entertain a motion to approve this letter of support so we can sign it and send it off.
So I move that the Board of Commissioners support vis-a-vis this letter, the Partnership for the Performing Arts, to bring a performing arts center to Del Norte County, which also services Curry County.
And I second. Call for the question, Commissioner Coker.
Aye.
And I as well. Okay. We'll move on to a public safety update, and actually I will, District Attorney Kevin Kelly is here with us today, and I'm sure this is probably where you would want to speak, or do you want to speak just on the elected officials update regarding something different?
Whatever's good for you, I'm happy to do either.
How about we can do it right now. Yeah, and I'll call, because we have next up our Director of County Operations update as well, so I'll just call Ted in now, because I'm sure he'd love to be able to listen, so
Sounds good.
let me get him on the line.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you doing?
Good. We are on the public safety update, and our DA, Mr. Kelly, is here, and he's about to give us a little presentation on this.
Excellent.
Good afternoon, Commissioners, and thank you to the board for putting this matter on the agenda today, St. Patrick's Day. The adjustments in the agenda proposal are needed to attract quality prosecutors to work here in Curry County. Just to be clear, the proposal is not for new or additional positions. We are simply trying to fill vacancies that we have had for some time, and for many reasons we have not been able to fill those positions. At the District Attorney's Office, we've had vacancies for a new Deputy District Attorney since 2022, and have not attracted qualified candidates. We did offer a position recently to a good candidate we interviewed that everybody liked, and she turned that down. She said it would be a pay cut for her to come here. So she declined the job, unfortunately. So the proposal is to raise the pay for deputy district attorneys to what I submit is a more competitive level to other counties. This does not raise us drastically. It puts us closer to the middle of the pack, which I think is necessary to fill these positions. When I started, there were 4 full-time prosecutors with the office. I am now the only full-time prosecutor with the office. So we need these adjustments to attract good candidates. We are getting a backlog of cases, and we need some prosecutors. For folks who may not know, I'm not a county employee. The district attorney is a state employee. My compensation is unaffected by what the board does here today. This is for some deputy district attorneys. Let's see. I'm grateful to the board for its attention to this matter, and am mindful of the burden on our residents. But we believe the adjustments are necessary to hire qualified prosecutors. If anyone would like more specifics about what we're asking for or how this stacks up against other counties, I'll be happy to provide that information. You can find me at my office across the street. I have some of that information here if the board would like it. But these particular numbers, I believe, were proposed by the county operations director and the chair.
I've got a quick,
For those.
yeah, and I've got a quick question. If with your proposal to get us a little bit more in the ballpark and make the position a little bit more attractive for somebody to relocate here,
Yeah.
the lady that you offered the position to, would that offer essentially still stand to her? Is she just waiting for this possibility?
Well,
Or is it just totally done now?
she's a well-qualified person who told me, frankly, that she applied 3 places and has 2 offers and 1 pending.
Okay,
So I don't know if this will make a difference in this particular situation.
so we could have possibly missed our opportunity with her.
It's a possibility.
Okay.
It's a possibility. But I am recruiting. I'll be going to a job fair tomorrow at one of the law schools. So very hopeful this will make a difference and we can get some help across the street.
Where's that at?
Eugene Law School.
In Eugene?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's a good time of year to be hiring in the spring. People are looking for jobs in the summertime, that sort of thing. So I'm hopeful this will move things along.
Great.
Yeah.
Do you have
Puts us above a couple of counties and below a few as well. So it'll put us in the middle.
do you have any comments regarding this at all, Ted?
Yeah, I was just going to say that a fully functional DA's office is really integral to providing and delivering public safety.
Yep.
And so this is a great move forward. We really need to invest in that office. And let's not forget, we're also moving forward with the detective position there as well. And I'm hoping to have something solid for you in the next couple of days on that.
Great.
Sounds good?
Okay.
And again, if anyone wants more information or specifics, I'll be happy to provide that information.
Yeah. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you for the support of the county.
Of course. Our pleasure, actually.
Okay. Director of County Operations. I'll turn it over to you, Ted.
Okay, let's see. Well, I'm going to have to cut out my little part about the DA's office because Kevin stole my thunder. It's okay. Let's see. Probably I'll tell you one thing that I've been dealing with a lot lately is, on some personnel issues and also on many issues where I realize within our personnel rules, I don't see that we have a specific requirement of honesty for our employees in our personnel rules. I'm going to propose a modification to the personnel rules to make honesty a requirement of employment at the county for all of us. The county's biggest investment is in its people, and we should all be held to the same high standard. And of course, now you guys, I don't mean this as a slight, but elected officials are exempted from the personnel rules. However, I think I can count on at least both of you and Jay to voluntarily commit to adhering to that particular modification to the personnel rules and be fully honest in your dealings within county business. I think it's going to be better for. I think it's really important that we make that cornerstone of everything that we do at Curry County with taxpayer money.
Well, I certainly have
let's
no
see.
problem with that.
Yeah, I think it's a great recommendation, Ted. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't think you guys would. Okay, so let's see. We have word from the forensic auditors that we should have results on how and where taxes have been distributed over the last several years within 30 to 60 days. This should position us well as we proceed through this year's budget cycle. So that's, that's the part we've been working for. We want to make sure that the taxes that we received were distributed correctly to all of our various districts, and we're working through that. It's been somewhat of a challenge because the tax office didn't preserve the records regarding that. We're trying to work through the treasurer's office to piece all this together. It's kind of a mosaic. We're getting there. It's giving us a lot of information regarding the building blocks that we'll need so that this is not replicated again, this kind of sort of failure to record accurately where distributions were made. So but I think we're well within the goal. We're getting very close to that, and the county will be much improved from where it was when I showed up in late 22, when they had no idea how much money they had or where it was going. So we're really making some headway there. Let's see.
Ted, I do have a comment and a question.
Yes, go ahead.
So regarding the taxing groups that we've got here in the county, you mentioned that the retention of documents wasn't available. Did I understand you correct?
It's hard to say exactly. I think it was just a fundamental lack of organization and coordination between the offices to say who was in charge of preserving what, because we don't have the documents we need. So we may need to look at reorganizing how those receipts and disbursements of taxes are overseen and handled, so that it's just one entity doing it. I mean, one part of I'd like to have that responsibility not handed off. I'd like it to be the responsibility of one department to shepherd those tax monies through our coffers and out the other side in a way that's trackable, and that you don't get the opportunity to just say, well, I thought it was their job. That's, that we get a lot of that in a lot of places, not just in the county, around the world these days. A lot of people not wanting to, they have the opportunity to not be responsible. I think we need to be responsible. These are the people's money here, and if we're not accurately or adequately funding some of these little districts, that puts them in financial extremis, which some of them are not going to survive. So and they provide vital services to the public. So I think, anyway, we'll look at that. I think we're going to have some recommendations from the auditors on that I'll be able to bring forward to you guys.
Yeah,
That'd be
because once
great.
we come to conclusion on all of this, we definitely need to make sure going forward we have that roadmap put in place and that policy put in place so that you're right, this doesn't happen again in the future.
Well, and I think about what it does to our people when we don't have process and procedures in there that would represent best-in-class processes and procedures for counties like ourselves regarding these functions. If we're not mirroring how the best of the best are doing these things, that's a leadership issue. That comes from us. We need to make our people successful. They work very, very, very hard, and to bum steer them I don't take that lightly at all. So I'd like to hear more about what is the best way for our folks to be successful in these roles.
Absolutely.
Right.
I agree.
Well, that's what we're working on.
Thank you, Ted.
And
Okay. So let's see. Our new emergency services manager, GT Auk, is on the job, and we are in the process of getting him outfitted. We're going to need to find him a more serviceable four-wheel drive vehicle because he seems to actually be serious about doing his job. He's out there, right now. We're looking through the inventory of vehicles owned by the Canada Civic.
We actually have GT joining us here right now. He gave us an update at the beginning of the meeting on the road status up Pistol River.
Okay, well, great. So good. Then that's going to shorten my report even more because that's, I hope that the only thing I have to add, and I'm sure that GT probably already did it, but people don't need to be worried that people are stranded behind that slide because there is a back way out through Glade Creek. So, but I know people worry, and Glade Creek's a longer way around, but it'll take you out through Hunter Creek and. I don't know how much time GT has spent aimlessly hunting the roads of Curry County, so we'll give him some time.
Well,
then we all know all the back. We all know all the back roads in and out everywhere. So,
well, I would say from the 10 emails we've received so far, the press release, GT being here, hearing from you, hearing reports from the road department. I have to say I'm impressed because it's all hands on deck and the communication's been fantastic. So I greatly appreciate it.
I know I don't usually pat myself on the back, but in this case I am going to say that I really wanted to hire GT.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Let's see. The only other thing I have to say, and as you know, I don't like to sing too many people's praises, but I have to tell you that I went to the Fairgrounds Arena yesterday to look at a concrete issue that Natasha wanted me to look at, and I was amazed at how great that arena is looking. The interior work that's been done there by our fair board and its previous manager and now Natasha, I gotta take my hat off to him. It hardly looks like the same place. Now the plywood's up inside. It really looks great, and new lights are going in next, and we're gonna have a venue that's suitable for really high class events. Something that Curry County can be really proud of. And I just gotta say, walking around outside, the road department made time to go over there and help them with a drainage issue and brought in a bunch of gravel and kind of resolved a long-term mud and rutting issue between the arena and the 4-H building. I know we have more work to do there, but it's a great example of our departments working kind of seamlessly together. We've got maintenance, roads, fairgrounds, all working, and we're coming out with a vastly improved fairgrounds. And I just, as you know, I don't like to ever praise Natasha if I can avoid it, but I'm going to have to here. So. She did a great job. She's done a great job, and she's right on top of that. And I just would ask that you guys take a swing over and look at it. It's going to be getting better, and we'll have a before and after picture. I think before too long, it's going to be pretty amazing.
Well, you just cut into my updates, so you just shorten my stuff up. But yeah, I was actually over there just a couple of days ago with Natasha and Charles and Brandy and checked it all out, and it's awesome. The new fans got delivered. The new arena fans got delivered over there. They hadn't been installed yet, but they're on site. And like you're saying, there's still a little bit more work in between the arena building and the livestock building that we'll need some assistance with the road crew again over there for drainage and just make the ground's nice and workable and accommodating for all of the animals that are there, the 4-H students, and just everybody in general who comes to the fairgrounds. And it's kind of the first big steps we're taking to help revitalize the vision that we have for the fairgrounds and the event center, because we like we discussed in our workshop meeting with the fair board the other day, is we all have that same vision of wanting to bring in other events that support the fairgrounds and support the fair financially as well, so that we can continue to grow our fair and make it bigger and better year over year. And this is really kind of phase one of our plan, and it's coming together very well, I think, right now. And there's still a lot of work to do, but we've got a good team tackling it all right now. So I'm very encouraged with everything.
Thank you.
That's all my report was. Patrick finished it for me. So, yeah, as usual. All right. Well, now we can go back. All right. That was great. That's all I got for you guys. Appreciate it. Any other questions, let me know.
All right. Thank
you, Ted.
Appreciate it.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye. All right. Well, a lot of good stuff happening.
There are, and there will be more.
And there will be a lot more coming too. So it's encouraging. It's coming together. There's no other elected officials here for any updates, so we'll just move on to commissioner updates. I'll turn it over to you, Len.
Sure. I would highlight just one of the tasks that the board has relative to its interface with ODOT and the effort to make certain that our roads, our bridges, our culverts are commercially suitable, and would point to the work that the board has undertaken with ODOT. As many people may know, we are part of a district that's supervised by ODOT. We're joined in a cluster of counties that includes Douglas, Coos, and Curry counties. And so what that amounts to is that we compete with Douglas, Coos for money in order to make certain that our singular, most powerful, most meaningful roadway, Highway 101, is commercially viable and is an addition to our commerce, in the sense that because we have good roadways, we have good bridges, we have good bicycle paths and such, that it complements and serves as a magnet for more commerce rather than detracts. So towards that end, in competition with Coos and Douglas counties, we, three counties, came up with almost 30 projects that we wanted ODOT to fund for this next 2 years. And you can imagine the arm wrestling that's gone into this, in as much as there has been extraordinary pressure on downsizing the amount of money that the state is spending on roads like 101. In fact, the cuts have been gigantic, both in terms of staff, but also pullback of budget associated with maintenance. So we had 30 projects standing out there. We had a handful of projects recommended, and we were forced through the process of ODOT to nail down 5 projects that the 3 counties agreed were a must-do for South Coast Oregon. And I'm really excited to say that out of the 5 projects, we got 2 of them. We're the smallest county of the 3, but nevertheless, we got some of the biggest projects approved. The first one is a project that was at risk of downgrading of the amount of money that was going to go into it, and that's the project up at Arizona Beach, where it washed out a couple of years ago. The road, Highway 101, was closed for, I think, a week to 10 days, and it's been everything from 1 lane to no lanes, 1 lane to no lanes, off and on for the last 24 months. Well, Highway 101 at Arizona Creek is going to be one of the top 5 projects that ODOT's going to take on and continue on our behalf. This is very meaningful because that project is so extensive. The complexity of the drainage systems that go into taking water off those hills there at Arizona Beach, it is an extraordinary engineering feat. It is like the Taj Mahal of road projects when you go there and look. Just to give dimension to this, I'm going to give you 2 dimensions. They are digging a vertical, that's up and down, They are digging a vertical culvert. So it's a big pipe that you could let a car down through the center of that if it were on a pulley. So you could load a car all the way down to the bottom and bring it back up on a pulley. It's how wide that culvert is. And it goes down 200 feet. In addition to the 200 feet vertical culvert, here's another dimension, 65,000 linear feet of culvert and drainage pipes that will be piped in to that 200-foot deep vertical culvert. It's just amazing to try to figure out how this is all coming together. I'm not an engineer, but I get excited to hear their stories. But nevertheless, that's going to go through for us, and I'm very, very grateful. And the reason I'm grateful is because it affects commerce all the way from South Brookings up to Cannon Beach in northern Oregon. That's how important that intersection is there with the roads at Arizona Beach. The other project that we got approved is just south of Brookings. Once you cross the bridge going over the Chetco River, there's been some not good things happening in terms of pedestrian and bicycle traffic. We've actually lost lives down there. We have people running into one another in cars because of turn lanes and such. And that was elevated to be our second project in the top 5 projects for our district. So congratulations, Curry County.
Some big things happening
Indeed.
with the roads and all that. So thank you for those updates. And I drive by the Arizona Creek and Arizona Beach there where they're doing that all the time, and I never really knew exactly what it was. And then hearing all of this and then getting educated on all of it, it's fascinating. And then you look in the hillsides and you see the little pipes coming out, and where do they go? What do they do? And how do they tap into the water in the ground like they do in order to direct it away from washing out the road? And the engineering behind it's pretty impressive. And for many years, I always just thought that was like an old military bunker or something like that, just hanging off the cliff. But it's a big vertical culvert to help mitigate drainage, and
Yep. And
very cool.
They're anticipating they'll have the 65,000 linear feet of culvert feeding into the vertical.
Yep.
Probably November, December of this year.
Great news.
I know. It's
Great news.
amazing.
All right, I've got a couple things here myself. One would be pretty simple. It's really just a memo to the community. There is a mattress recycling collection drop-off point here in Curry County now. It's the Curry Community Cares Center, and its location is 616 Memory Lane down in Brookings, Oregon. And anyways, the eligible items that you're able to drop off are old mattresses and box springs, and any type of construction or condition for those. Some ineligible items would be air mattresses, crib mattresses, and other bedding-related products and furniture, which are not eligible for recycling. I know every so often you do see mattresses get discarded, whether they're along rivers or along the highway or in the forest or whatever, but it's actually now nice to know that there is a place people can go to dispose and recycle their old mattresses. So check them out. It's Curry Community Cares, 616 Memory Lane in Brookings, Oregon. They're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. I kind of wanted to circle back around one more time to the fair and the fairgrounds. Just as a reminder, the circus is in town again. Second year. It's this Thursday. A couple days from now, there's a couple performances at 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. You can go online. You can get tickets. You can get tickets at the gate there as well. And that's this Thursday, the 19th. So my wife and kids are very excited. We did the circus last year. It was really awesome. And so we're looking forward to doing that again. The other item, that we touched on before is in doing a lot of the renovation work to our fairgrounds and to the arena. The vision is to attract bigger and better events to come. And Natasha was able to secure, again, a really awesome professional rodeo to include us in their circuit. And I want to say it's 25 to 30 professional bull riders. And anyway, so the whole inside of the arena is cleaned up for them, new lighting. We put up all new plywood around the inside in which we can hang sponsorship banners, which I know in speaking with Natasha earlier, she spent the majority of her day yesterday going through old banners from businesses. And so part of that is, we would like sponsorships again for our fairgrounds and our event center. So, if your business or you, your family, your friends want to sponsor any events or any upgrades or whatever at the fairgrounds, we would love to be able to have that again and, be able to showcase your banner in a nice big area that's cleaned up now. So where we can hang your banner loud and proud, and so everybody could see that, we've got your support, and so we're looking for that. So I know Natasha is already started reaching out to some other businesses around here that have sponsored in the past, and we're hoping to revamp that again so that we can continue improvements over there. And again, thank you to the Fair Board and thank you to the Road Department, our maintenance department as well, and as well as Natasha and Ted. They've definitely gone and put in a lot of hard work and time in order to start making this come to fruition. We received an email from our treasurer, Mr. Vicino, in regards to us receiving our 2024 SRS, which is Secure Rural Schools payment. So that first check came through in just a little bit over $1.1 million, which is wonderful for us. And how that gets allocated, 75% of those funds go directly to our road department. The remaining 25% get divided between our school districts. These were funds that were on hold for quite some time at the federal level. And so we just received 2024, and 2025 and 2026 will be future checks that will be hopefully not too far behind, which again is good news for the county and good news for the school districts as well, because it's money that we haven't gotten in the past couple of years. So it's nice to see that has finally come through. The other item, so legislation just ended up in Salem. One of the items I know that we testified in favor of was House Bill 4148, which was the reallocation of the TLT, the Transient Lodging Tax funds. How it was previously, the percentage allocation was 70% of those funds went to tourism and promotion, and 30% went to the county's general fund to support other programs and infrastructure pertaining to our tourism industry. A lot of the counties got together and have been working over the past couple of years to change that allocation percentage. And initially it was proposed that 60% of those funds would go towards the county's general fund for use as needed, and that 40% would be used for promotion and advertising for tourism related items. With a little bit of back and forth through legislation, they settled on a 50-50 split, which is still, that's fantastic. It got passed in both the House and the Senate, and it's gone to the governor for signature. And this is big for us because that's an additional 20% now to our general fund that we can use and we can reallocate to other departments as needed, that, you know, again, bolster tourism and the infrastructure that is needed within the county. So that's a big win for all of the counties through the state. And
I think it's an especially good hit for us, Pat, in as much as we added another 3% onto our TLT in 2025, which is just a major win for revenue into the county.
Yeah, and it'll help us where we were falling short. And so anyways, so I know that we'll have some discussions come budget season on, you know, where to allocate these funds and to prioritize them. It's the right problem to have. So I just wanted to make sure we updated everybody on that that resolution there, legislation. That's all I have. Again, bull riding, March 28th. Tickets are still for sale. You can get them online. Please come support the fair in the event center. Come check out our new upgrades at the arena. And I don't have anything else. And if you have anything else?
No, I'm good to go.
No?
Thank you so much.
Okay, then with that, we will adjourn this meeting at 4:00.